Some stories were never meant to be told. They are not grand epics of heroes and gods. They are quiet whispers, passed down in hushed tones around a dying fire. These are not tales meant to entertain, but to warn. They suggest that the world we see in the daylight is not the only world that exists. Once you truly hear them, once you let the weight of their possibilities settle into your mind, you can never fully forget them. The shadows in your room will seem a little deeper. The silence of the night will feel a little heavier. In the far northern forests, where the winter is a relentless, suffocating presence, a particular kind of terror is born. Here, the snow falls for months, burying the landscape in a deep and profound silence. The wind howls through skeletal trees, a mournful cry that never ends. This is a world of white and gray, where the line between survival and starvation is razor thin. It is a story that begins not with a monster, but with a human pushed to the absolute limit of desperation. The transformation, the stories say, begins with an unforgivable act, when a person, lost to famine and cold, succumbs to the ultimate taboo and consumes the flesh of another human. Something inside them breaks. The spirit of the lonely, frozen wilderness enters them, and they are no longer who they once were. Their skin stretches over an impossibly tall, skeletal frame. Their eyes sink and glow with a cold, malevolent light, like embers in a dying fire. The creature is a physical embodiment of insatiable want, perpetually starving, driven by a gnawing emptiness that no amount of food can ever fill. It moves with terrifying speed and silence, its long limbs carrying it over the snow. The air around it feels unnaturally cold, and its breath is the stench of rot, the grave. It is said to remember fragments of its former life. Warmth, faces, a hearth, yet it can never return. A walking, starving ghost, forever isolated by its own horrific appetite. In the sprawling, modern cities of Japan, a different cautionary tale is whispered. The Kuchisake-Onna, the slit-mouthed woman. In the ancient woodlands of Leicestershire, England, an older, more primal fear takes root. Black Annis. Her lair, a foul cave, clawed from a cliff with iron nails, hidden beneath a sprawling oak. She is a hag with a face the color of a deep bruise, a single eye gleaming with predatory hunger. Long, sharp iron talons extend from her fingers. By day she hides. As twilight bleeds across the sky, she emerges. With a patient gait, she searches for any child who has strayed too far from home. Her hunger is specific. Children, sometimes lambs that wander from their flock. She drags her victims to the cave, tans the skin, and hangs it as a grisly warning. A blunt tale from a harsher age. Do not wander. Do not play outside after dark. A dark fairy tale grounded in the cold, hard soil of the English countryside. From the hot, humid nights of Southeast Asia comes the Krasue, a specter hiding in plain sight. By day she is ordinary. When night falls, everything changes. Her head detaches, trailing stomach, heart, and intestines, glowing faintly as she drifts into the night. A floating hunger searching for blood, for the vulnerable. Pregnant women. Newborns. If she cannot feed, she settles for livestock or filth left outside. In India, where ancient rituals meet ancient fears, the line between the living and the dead sometimes blurs. The Vitala. Not flesh and blood, but a spirit, parasitic, seeking a body to inhabit. It enters a corpse and reanimates it, walking the earth in a stolen shell. A terrifying puppet. It moves, it speaks, but it is not the person it once was. Driven by a complex intellect, mischievous, often malevolent, it delights in riddles and twisted truths. Found in graveyards, battlefields, places of the restless dead, waiting, patient. Its greatest weapon is not strength, but the ability to poison the mind and shatter reality. The Wendigo's hunger. The Kuchisake-Onna's question, Black Anis's iron claws, the Krasue's floating viscera, the Vitala's stolen voice. Across ages and oceans, these stories give names to formless fears, warnings carried from forest to street. They surface when you are alone, when a floorboard creaks, or a shadow moves at the edge of vision. So the next time the house is still and the world outside is silent, listen. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.